now married life. Like, this is something that it has to happen. Like, there's conversations that are hard. There's conversations that might make you feel a certain way. Being new into this marriage and only a year in, how are you finding yourselves able to have the hard conversations like that?
Well, I mean, honestly, I'm going to say what I feel, and I'm going to say what the blatant, obvious facts in the room. If it's an elephant in the room, it's an elephant in the room. It's not an animal. It's not a mammal. It's an elephant. I don't sugarcoat anything. I'm transparent. All right? Like, what you see with Kendra is what you get. And Jaceel, like, if you want to say who would beat around the bush over the other, it will probably be him, not me. I'm the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. The minute that you curve, you're adding length in between the 2 points. And I learned that, well, my grandmother and my father taught me that say what you need to say, whatever. And as a lawyer, you got to do that. You know, somebody could end up going to jail if you not making your point. So I just say what I say. And I just feel like sometimes it's hard for Jaceel being in the hot seat, like with everybody saying, like, you got to look at the social media posts. If anybody, at any point goes to look at any post, you know, that my team posts or that I post, or, you know, and this is just solely highlighting me, my career. It's a million posts. Why are you with him? Why did you marry him? You deserve better. Why? Like, girl, wake up. Like, it's just so much hell and brimstone towards his name, you know, and I just feel like it's hard sometimes. It's hard to have that conversation of, I mean, I'm sorry that you want me to console you because people are telling you you're a piece of shit, but you're showcasing that you're a piece of shit. So I don't know how to, I mean, I'm your victim in this. So it's like, for me to console, you know, humiliation that's been caused to me, or for me to make him feel better about the way he's made stuff be, allegedly, or according to, you know, the show or whatever. It's like, I can't do nothing about that. So, you know, I say how I feel. I let him know, just like the show Intervention, this is the way your actions have affected me, the way they do the addicts. I tell him that. He know exactly how I feel. Any part of the show that comes on, if I feel a certain type of way, he know how I feel. You know, and I just feel like he'll talk about it, but it'll always be like a downplay of stuff.
You think that's the protector side of you? Because there's that much drama going into her comment?
It is, because here's the thing. You know, like, you just see her say and call me a piece of shit. Right?
No, I didn't.
No.
I didn't call you a piece of shit.
Definitely did.
That wasn't
as you
my
did
opinion.
it on the show. As you did it on the show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's that moment when it's like a tornado. She's a tornado. You know, and I figured it out. You get that hot air and that warm air, when it mix, get that funnel, and shit just go crazy until it dissipates, and then you have to sit back and assess the damages and start the recovery. That's what it's like with this show and her this season. Because on one side, take that scene, for example, with what you just heard us say about Mita, and me telling her about Mita, right? Now, if they would have just said, oh, this girl named Mita, da-da, she would just be like, oh, okay, yeah, he told me about her. And that could have been it. But because there's this fake-ass timeline, she breaks down in the process of it. Because now she's like, man, you done played me to my face with this woman. So now, in front of the world, you got people like, wait, well, hold up. You knew about it? So that's where the confusion come in. She's not me. She doesn't do this. And that's why I'm willing to accept her for the good and the bad. And that's how it's supposed to be.
No, let me finish.
No,
don't make it seem like I don't know how to do reality TV.
I didn't say that.
I just didn't remember him telling me about the lady meeting. So it's like...
But at the end of the day, even with me telling you about Mita, somebody came in and told you a rumor, and you start calling me a piece of shit about a rumor. And you're an attorney.
Jaceel.
Listen, man, no. Because
Remember what these people are going to see.
I know what they're going to see.
Remember what they're going to see.
I know what they're going to see, but
so if you guys continue to watch, and if you guys go back and play this interview, continue with what you're saying and knowing what they're going to see, and then continue your interview saying. Continue.
And I'm going to do just that. So when you see me play a situation a certain way, it is to protect. It is to deflect whatever BS coming my way.
For yourself.
Not just for myself, for the sake of you.
Not for me.
For the sake of you, yes. Yes.
Has this season specifically, because again it is like a spotlight on you too, has this season made you consider like walking away from the reality TV world?
Not me.
In a sense, yes, for me. Because like even just you seeing her blow up on me about she's about to say, I don't know how to do reality. I never said you don't know how to do it. It's working. So I didn't say you don't know how to do it. I'm just saying the difference between us two. Yeah. Me personally, they would have came to me, I was like, look here, baby. You worry about your man. I appreciate you. You just had 2 kids and about to be divorced. And I'm sorry for that. You focus on that. Baby girl, you having issues with your man and his mom and whatever they got. You focus on that. My husband already told me about what's going on.
I wasn't privy.
We'll talk about it later. That's how I would have handled it.
You can say that because you might be privy to the information. I know.
What I'm saying is just the difference in what I play and how I play. Because one thing about it, that contraption that I'm pointing at can only use what you give it.
Yeah.
Now, it could be manipulated still, but if you don't give it certain stuff, just as she was talking about earlier with me and Carly, I didn't give her nothing. They just stopped you on the thought of me and Carly been in. Me and Carly been in a relationship. These times we've interacted. You see her come to my bachelor party. I hug her. That was off rip. The show, the season started off like I'm cheating with Carly, but you ain't seen no more interaction with me and Carly, have you? But that right there stained me just off the rip.
So, devil's advocate. Why would you? It did the same thing to me. Why would he invite her to do that at your party, knowing that your future wife's going to see it and it's going to cause a strife afterwards?
That's you know what that was. Let me tell you.
The fact that you got an answer for this is so funny. Like
no, it's not. What it is my homie wanted to throw that shit in her face. The fact that she would be so willing, she's gonna be that she's gonna actually show up. Cause let's be for real. Would you have done that?
No.
Like, come on, dog. But the fact that she was willing to show up, you don't get to throw it in her face. Like, this man done moved on. It's over with. Cause cause she had the choice to say yeah or no. Correct me if I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. I never heard him say he paid him. He asked her. So you was willing to come do that when you know this man finna move on? How would you look at that? How would you feel about it? You kind of get what I'm saying?
To a degree.
Everybody do stuff differently. Me personally, I wouldn't have done that to throw it in somebody's face. But to give you an invite to do that and you still come knowing this man finna move on, what does that say? That man got that much power over you, you willing to come do that shit? Just think about it. Everybody has different approaches to life. And I don't expect you to always, anybody. I don't, just like you can say something, you don't expect people to understand or agree. Sometimes you have to let it sink in. It's like you got a favorite rap song you don't listen to for years. And then one day when you ain't really paying attention, years later, 10 years later, you finally hear a line. You always thought he was saying something else. He's like, this whole time I thought he was saying this. It took you that long to even get to the point. Something that you don't listen to over and over and over again. Or you meet your favorite rapper. You say, what you meant by that line? He said, I didn't say that. I said this. And then you sitting there like, that's how life goes sometimes. So I can say something to people and I don't expect them to get it right away. The whole room will be against me. And I say, it'll come back later on.
Yeah. So, jumping back in. Business-wise, you said, a successful real estate attorney now. You have your title firm, and you guys are doing some joint ventures with some projects, or looking into some joint ventures.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm the lead attorney and owner of SRS Title LLC. We're a closing firm here in Atlanta, across from Lennox. And Jocelyn and I'm trying to get him into, real estate investing with me. A lot of short-term stuff like Airbnb, and then actually being, us building homes and selling them. So that's what we're trying to do together. Like. Okay. I guess that's us, like, kind of combining together, like combining my world and his world, and also
outside of reality TV.
outside of outside of reality TV. But also, I'm about to be. Well, I produce music, and so Jacil is, teaching me. Him and his producer friends and family, they're teaching me like how to do it like the greats. So, hopefully we can get a Grammy together, maybe. Just something like that.
So I know, because I wanted the housing part. Mm-hmm. They said that you're doing some affordable housing well in the city.
Yes. So there's a realtor named, her name is Maya Sly. She came onto the radio and she explained a lot to Atlanta about the affordable housing, but so that is something, that we're into as well. So we're trying to obviously change people's lives and narrow the wealth gap, basically by making affordable housing accessible to everybody in the area, like so that they don't have to live in a condo, so that they don't have to have $1 million, to basically, buy a house and get that generational wealth started. So that's our goal. Like, we want to change lives. We want to help the economy. Like, basically, when a person can own real estate and benefit from that, it helps so many different areas of the world, of the state, of the community. So that's what we want to do. And it's just been linked that basically the more stable a person's housing is, the longer they generally live. And so we kind of want that to be our give back piece.
That's dope. So, music-wise, Joc, you've been I'm not gonna say out of the game, but you haven't put out new music in a while. Is there a desire to put out new music? Is the industry something right now that you want to get back into?
Without saying too much, for a very long time I've had my hands in music. Okay, to say the least. I'm a lot more guarded these days when I talk about my business. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause one thing I've come to realize, man, sometimes when you share too much, people want to derail your plans, And I used to always sit back and watch artists talk about what they was doing, because I used to be right there with them. I would be right there with somebody. We'd be having a conversation, but it'd be 5, we did this. And then they go right on the radio and say that we're doing that. And I'm like, so then now I'm in a whole other city that he done been in, or somebody done read off a blog or interview. Yeah, I heard you guys were doing this together. Oh, yeah. That's something we working on. Yeah. And we just riding with it. And I'm just not doing that no more. I'm not. So I don't talk about a lot of stuff I'm doing. But right now I am working on a project called I Got a Story to Tell. And it's an anthology series. And so I have new music in there. It's a lot of other things I got my hands in. I just choose not to share. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Not as bad as I want to. Some of the things that I've seen work for me is just keeping my mouth closed on certain things. Because for some odd reason, man, when you stand on that radar, you can get a lot more accomplished. Yeah. A lot less distractions. You know what I'm saying? A lot less, I don't want to use the word leeches or scavengers, but a lot less other parasites that want to jump on board you as a host. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I just kind of steer clear of sharing too much of what I got going on. Because I hate walking into a conversation about to tell me what I got going on. Like,
that you didn't put out?
Or it ain't that I put out. I didn't put out. You didn't put enough out, and somebody just wants to base a conversation on that. And it's just like, Yeah, nah, I don't like to do that. So like that's why because even when you asked about the real estate, it's a lot more that she could share.
No, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But she just kind of gave you a nice little synopsis of what we're doing.
Yeah. So y'all end up in the studio together. Is music an area that y'all can work on together? And because that's your love space.
It was my love space.
What is your love space?
Entertainment in a whole is my love space.
Got you.
Music is so hard for some people. It's very hard in some ways. Look at how much has to go into making a hit record or records. It's a lot.
Would you keep it independent? Because I know it's a big thing with people telling you what you can and can't put out and what you can and can't say.
It just depends. It depends on the type of a deal I'm going to do or that we would do. Because sometimes being independent means you got to use your own money.
Right.
So win or lose, you gambling with your own money. And some people don't mind doing that. Mm-hmm. But when you sit back and I see how much money that I've gambled over a certain time span, I'm a little more hesitant. I'm a little more reserved on that approach.
Maturity?
It doesn't necessarily mean maturity. It could just be you've witnessed it enough. Maturation is a natural thing. And so it does have to be a part of that equation, but that's not necessarily what it is. Because the mature side of me would say, shit, why use my money? Use somebody else's money. Yeah. But then on the other hand, if I use their money, they own more. Mm-hmm. I eat less. I earn less. I own less. So it's a balance in that. That's why you have to fill out every situation differently. Because, two people could come in here and interview me with the same questions. That don't mean you're going to get the same interview. That's not what's going to be yielded at the end. Right. Because something about the way you interview, same questions, may create a different space for her and I in front of our audience. Somebody else come in, we might just be like, oh, like somebody. We don't want. We answer the questions dry as hell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
So some of it is, but I mean, at the end of the day, it is. I don't think it's her love as far as something that she wanted to do career wise, mm-hmm. but the notion of music is definitely her love because this girl can hear a song and know it word for word. That's what she does. She wants to hear music. She could be chilling. I want to hear some music. She could be doing her hair. I want to hear some music. She want to eat. I want to hear some music. She want to count some money. I want to hear some music. I'm serious. And so when I hear her, it's like a song could come on, and in my heart of hearts, from my ear, being in that world, I can hear something and be like, that might go. And she'll be like, this right here gonna go. I know she got that ear. She could tell me something. She like, this cool, but something about that bass line, it don't work in the club. It don't work in this. And I'd be like, then when I'm riding, I'm like, damn, there's something about this damn bass line I don't like. The song could be bigger, but it's the bass line. And it's not, I don't know, like, it's not because she programmed that. Because music is not necessarily what you hear. Sometimes it's what you feel. Yeah.
Did you have any kind of music background?
Not a big one. I play like some instruments and I play like clarinet.
Just some instruments.
Yeah. Okay. No, clarinet and a little bit of the piano. Okay. I didn't keep going in the piano, which I wish I had her, but
she says that all the time. Babe, I want to take piano lessons.
But I want to become a master piano player, like because I like the instrument and because you can make some good beats, like good music using that. And so, yeah, but like he said, my family is musical. My brother used to like rap and stuff like that. And so I just love music. I love to hear it. And like getting into the music production side of stuff, I'm just fascinated on how these separate sounds can come together and just create something so fluid and that sounds so good and stuff.